Maybe I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered. Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator. Looks like I can't use the radio unless and until I replace the crystal. That won't work. I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
I was wondering if I could buy it from you. For my father. He loves quartz.
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Subject, as in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Wrong. Here's another. What card am I holding?
I think it's this one.
Wrong. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one?
Very good. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
Maybe later. I think my brain needs a rest.
Good day.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
What do you do with these?
I put them on the windshields of cars parked in the area. Great advertising.
Ever put them on cars at the Lilac Inn?
All the time. I've gotten quite a few pupils that way. I'm afraid that fire today was as unfortunate for me as it was for Miss Crandall.
That's done. Can't check that off yet. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that yet. That's done. Check. Check. That's done. That's done.
What's cooking?
Where did that barred bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Emily says Josiah Crowley brought it in one day and just left it. Said it was so guests, as in him, would have something to do while they waited for a table.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
What could have made this picture move?
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
Do you know anything about a cue Josiah left your mother in a note?
No. Why?
Oh, just curious. I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew,
Hi, Dad.
did you pick those papers up yet?
Yep.
Great, you can give them to me tonight when you get home from Emily's. So, what else have you been doing?
I'm a little worried about Emily.
Why?
She admitted to me that lately she's been hearing voices and seeing things move all by themselves. Jane thinks she's losing her marbles.
Running a restaurant is a big responsibility. Maybe it's getting to her.
Well, that's what Jane keeps saying.
Maybe Jane's got her boots on after all.
This Richard Topham guy honestly believes he has psychic powers.
He's not just some sort of con man?
No, I think he's so good at convincing himself that he can read minds and move spoons that he has no problem convincing other people that he can.
Or perhaps it's a function of the clever Hans effect.
Oh, I just read something about that.
Then, as you know, sometimes an interrogator will give involuntary visual and/or verbal cues in order to help another person arrive at the desired answer. Keep your eyes and ears open when you're around this Topham fellow. He may unconsciously tell you more than either of you realizes.
Goodbye, Dad.
See you tonight.
Hello again.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box, the owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but
However, were you to do me a small favor...
Such as?
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Just hire a new seamstress.
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
How much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
October 9, 1929. Dear Mrs. Sheldon, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party at Twin Elms. Please take care of it because I will want it back someday. Your friend, Josiah C. I wonder if Josiah ever got his trivet back. Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. Rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Drakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Drakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah! I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm coming.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and
Stephen, put that down this instant. We do not run with sticks in our hands or in our mouths.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Jakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is
Elsie, no hitting.
I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky.
Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone.
I better go rinse out his mouth before. Oh, would you look at that? He's actually chewing it.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
The door's locked. Guess he stepped out for a minute. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that yet. That's done. I'm finished with that. That's done. I haven't done that yet. Can't check that off yet. Check. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet.
What's cooking?
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
Then how about giving me some pointers?
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
Why does this picture keep moving? Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
I can't sew with that.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds good. There, that should do it. Interesting. I'll bet those are the two brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found. There's something written on the back. Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move. I should ask Jane about the photo I found that allowed me to find that staircase that goes behind Emily's room. Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
It may even be that someone is trying to scare her on purpose.
On purpose? Who would want to do something like that?
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Well, I did find the picture right there.
But I've never seen it before in my life. Besides, anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
There, not bad, Miss Drew. Not bad at all. seen these symbols before. On that big clock in the attic of the carriage house. Check. That's done. Check. 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 That's done. Check. Can't check that off yet. I'm finished with that. That's done.
Hello, Miss True.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Ready to resume our telepathy experiment?
I suppose.
Very well, let's begin. Which card am I thinking of?
This one?
You go, girl. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
I think it's this one.
Excellent. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Very good. You did it. Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
But Mr. Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have.
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
It was nice talking to you.
Drop by anytime.
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here. A vending machine that just sells toys. Keen. 2 toys down, 3 to go. I can't get the toy without putting in money first. That makes 3 toys. Four toys. I just need 1 more. Five toys. That's all I need.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps' print shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski. We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps Print Shop. Wonderful.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
Aw, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I'm going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later. First thing I need to do is bait my hook. Ooh, yuck. Now I toss this in the water, and when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast. I got a fish!